All right, all right, all right. Let's get this thing started. Hey, welcome. Can everybody hear me okay? Sound check. Adam, how you doing? Isaac, how's it going? Jeriel, how's it going? It's exciting.
Doing well, brother.
Cool, cool. Man, so Tim's supposed to be in here. I don't know where he's at. I think he changed his name. He could be Adam Holden. Adam, you could be someone named Tim, and we don't even know.
Catfishing.
Awesome. I'm changing this. Auto. Cool. Okay, well, let's get started, guys. Real quick, going to jump in to a joint Isaac and Andrew presentation. This is a flip and paper trading. We don't just do wholesale, guys. Maybe I will turn video on. Let's see. My computer's acting really slow, so just bear with me, y'all. We don't just do wholesale. We do anything that makes decent cash in real estate, right? And we build an empire out of it. There's a lot of things you can do in this space of short-term rental arbitrage. You can make a lot of money. I'm going to show you the proof of the money that we've made in 2018 from owning systems but not owning the properties, owning the cash flow but not owning the liabilities. So these are short-term rental arbitrage strategies. We're going to talk about what it is and how to do
Hey, funny enough, it just got this. It just came in right now as we're starting.
Hello, just make reservations. Looking forward to your stay at your place. Look at this, guys. Take a look at this. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, so what we're going to talk about? We're going to talk about the proof. Why can we say what we say? Why can we say we've made six figures? Because we actually have made six figures. We're going to show you the proof. All right. We're not messing around. This is a legit business. It's a cash cow, and you can make a killing off of luxury, off of cheapies, off of really anything you have. You can make money. We're going to talk about what it is. We're going to talk about your budget. We're going to talk about selecting a market, comparing and researching, analyzing the right subject property. We're going to talk about selecting the house type, creating your pitch. We're going to talk about how you begin marketing, setting appointments, deliver the contract, furnishing, and listing, okay? And whatever I don't talk about in this video, we are going to create a series. So this is part one of the series, all right? We have many different parts to this. We've helped many of our students. We made an empire in short-term rental arbitrage, and we don't limit it to just a few platforms. Let's go to the proof. This is just an Airbnb. This is not including Flipkey, VRBO, HomeAway, TripAdvisor, random leases off of Facebook, Craigslist. This is just an Airbnb alone. We made $130,000 in 2018. And you guys see my face. Is it in the way? Can you guys? There we go. This is just December's bookings alone. We're at 12,000. Actually, we just increased that to like 14,000 something. So pretty exciting. We'll go over some more numbers here. This was last February. We made 18 grand last February. I thought that'd be fun. And that was actually when we only had 4 properties up. Actually, I think we only had 3 properties.
Yeah, I think we had 3 properties.
So we had 3 properties and we made $18,000 in 1 month. By the way, guys, if you have questions, please post them below so you can, or so we can answer them later. So we made $18,000 in 1 month there. Here's some of the bookings that we've received, and we blocked out a lot of the info that wouldn't respect the privacy of our guests. But for this property, we earned $5,386, and it's only 28 nights. Isaac, what's the rent on that?
Yeah, so the current rent on that property is $1,200 a month. That is a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom property, about 1,200 square feet approximately. And total fees for this property, you know, cleaning fees and everything. Actually, your cleaning will be down because that's just one booking for the whole month. So you actually save on cleaning fees when you can book a whole month. But you're probably looking at an overhead of maybe $1,600 for that month, you know?
So, wow, it's incredible, triple, quadruple times the ROI just by dispositioning the property as an Airbnb or VRBO.
Yeah.
A short-term rental and then furnishing it, of course.
Yep.
Here's $700 and this is only 6 nights. Guys, 6 nights for $700. And this is a different property. This is one that we just put together. No, it's not. This is actually in a ghetto area in Mesa. This is my old house. So guys, this is 6 nights in a ghetto part of Mesa. And I'm talking like C-class housing, like take care of yourself. Like you better be packing something. I mean, $700. $700 is fantastic for what, 4 or 5 or 6 nights. So incredible, a little over $100 a night.
My Facebook froze. It's not that. It's my Facebook.
No problem. No problem. This one, $824 for 2 nights. 2 nights, $824. Holy smokes! Now let me tell you about this house. And this is actually an upcoming booking. We got a lot better in 2019, but this is for 2 nights, $824. You can look at it on your phone.
Yeah.
This is a property we only paid $1,200 a month in rent. $1,200. That's all we paid. So we paid $1,200 and we get a whopping $824. So almost all rent's paid in 2 nights. I will caution, I will tell you that there is a very hefty season or high season is during that time. It's during the Chicago Cubs training season.
This is a 806 we're looking at.
Yeah, this is 806 West 14th Street. Just told you the address, so watch yourself. This property, we furnished it. I believe we only spent like $7,000 on it.
Yeah, probably $5,000 maybe.
$5,000. It was pretty cheap. It's a small condo.
It came with a couch. Yeah.
Came with a couch even. We're going to talk about this specific one in the case study.
Okay.
It's exciting.
Cool.
It's a good one. This one, I actually ran into a lady at the grocery store and I was wearing my shirt. I got a house I'll buy. I'm not wearing it. I thought it was. And she's like, I got a house I'll lease to you. And I was like, great, let's do it. And we set it up on VRBO. This is 4 nights and we're getting $889. Well, after everything's taken out, $761. This is the downtown Tempe. Is this Beck? No, it's 806 West 14th Street. Okay, this is $579, and that's only for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 nights. Okay, this is $579. This one is Beck. And how much are we bringing in on this one? This one brought in $770.
That's the new one. That's the one we just listed Friday.
This is the brand new one we just listed Friday, like literally Friday.
New listing.
What's the rent? Oh no, that's one that Isaac's family member owns, and $770 that he'll be making.
3
off
days.
of 3 days, guys, 3 nights.
Townhouse.
That's $200, over $200 a night on a townhouse, guys. What kind of ROI are you looking for? Like, do you want to go buy a property and put it up on the market for $1,200 a month, or do you want to make $770 for 3 nights? Right? Fantastic. Oh, it's in February too. It's awesome. This one is $537 we got from 2 nights. Holy crap! 2 nights. This one's on. Is this Beck?
It's Mesa.
That's Mesa.
That's actually from an investor who worked with us to turn.
Which one is this one? We have a lot of properties.
That's Don.
Oh, it's Don's. Yeah, that's right. So this is a joint venture. This is a JV one.
Turnkey.
That we're working with.
Yeah, that was a turnkey opportunity.
Turnkey opportunity. This one is rocking at over 200 and something bucks a night.
Yeah.
Fantastic. This is it as well. This is a different booking. 1,476. That's the same property.
And to be honest with you guys, we probably fluffed a little bit on this one. We could have made more than that. This is March in this area, that home. Probably could have made almost double that.
on
Yeah.
for those nights. So for some of those for sure.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, still a great booking.
Incredible booking. So anyways, my point is, here's all the proof. I think we've made probably over 200 grand plus.
Oh, on all the platforms?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2, maybe 3. I don't know. You can make $250,000 on a few properties that you don't even own, right? By being very smart, furnishing it, being a great marketer, and being extremely hospitable. We've put together systems and teams, which we'll talk about in a different training, to put us in a place to win. So let's talk about the short-term rental arbitrage. What is short-term rental arbitrage? Well, it's leasing or controlling a property only to lease it again to collect the spread. Okay? Short-term rental arbitrage means we lease it from a landlord. We're gonna lease it again to guests, and we like these high-traffic short-term rental platforms: VRBO, TripAdvisor, Airbnb, FlipKey, Home to Go. These are just a few. There's so many more out there. Furnished Finder is a good one for traveling nurses, for example. Corporate employees really like VRBO, where they use, you actually have to organically reach out to their I guess hospitality staff. I don't even know what we call them.
Travel agent,
maybe.
maybe.
Travel agent or travel team.
However the corporate people do it.
Yeah, they got a corporate representative that represents them when they travel or come into town. This is how it works, guys. You lease it from the landlord. You are 100% full disclosure to the landlord. We'll talk about that, about what you pitch and what you say to the landlord. You secure a sublease or master lease contract that allows you to lease the property again to someone else. Now, I caution you to please consult your attorney, okay? So he can draw up a contract that allows you to do this in your market, because we are not responsible if you go to jail. But we are going to include a contract template for you inside the file section of the Facebook group, Wholesaling Houses Flipping Paper. So welcome. And then you furnish the property, get a team behind you to furnish it, then you list it online and serve your guests. This is all service, right? You're creating systems of service and hospitality. You are a hotel. That's the business of short-term rentals. It's important to be upfront, to be honest, start small, and set a budget. Okay? This is the way you're going to make it in this business. Our first property is actually kind of scary, because we picked a really large property. It was an 1,800 square foot property with a pool, a fire pit, the works.
and needed updates really badly.
Shoot, I still got to pay my credit card for charging for those mattresses. I'm serious. I really do. But I mean, we have now set a budget in our mind when we want to pick up a new property. We know exactly what it's going to cost to furnish it, turn on utilities, get internet, get it all ready, and we know what it takes financially. So make sure that you are extremely frugal and you set a budget. This is how it works, guys. You lease from the landlord, you secure the sublease contract, and have it signed. You furnish it, you list it. It's pretty darn simple. There's a lot more steps in between, but this is the basic gist of it. Let's talk about budget real quick. So there's three, I would say, 3 areas inside a budget that you could select from. You could go cheap, okay? You could go super high-end luxury, Scottsdale, Paradise Valley, La Jolla, San Diego, okay, and Palo Alto. You can go really expensive if you want.
San Diego got shut down.
San Diego can if it's your house.
Okay.
You can't do this though.
Yeah,
in San
no
Diego.
arbitrage.
No arbitrage. Yeah,
Gotcha.
that's illegal. We like to keep it in the sweet spot. We like the condo or small home. Okay. Let's talk about the square footages. 1,500 square foot or less is where we like to be. 3 bedrooms or less, decent condition. Doesn't need to be in immaculate condition. That's where you can really negotiate your rents. Hey, I noticed your property isn't in the best of shape. Would you be okay accepting this? We'll talk about negotiation strategies as well. Needs to have internet. You need to furnish it. Turn on the utilities. That should come out to 5 to 10 grand. Okay. That's where it should come out to. You should not be a penny, a half a penny, a tenth of a penny over $10,000. You're over budget. If you go cheap, which I highly recommend people start doing. This is what you should start doing if you haven't done this before. If you just want to dabble, whether you're a 7-figure earner today or you got a $20 bill in the bank account, doesn't matter. It's good to start small so you just learn it. The condo or small home / bedroom, like literally a bedroom. You could do a bedroom where you just need to put a bed in there, furnish it with basic furnishings, lighting, put a rug, internet, TV. You're under $5,000. Okay. Luxury. Let's talk about luxury. Large or high-end property, 1,500 square foot or higher, 4-bedroom plus, immaculate condition, right? Almost or 100% remodeled. You know, we run across landlords all the time. I just remodeled this thing. It's brand spanking new. You want to take it, take it. It's going to be $4,000 a month, right? Turn on the utilities, put in the internet, furnishings. You're looking at $15,000 plus. 15 is actually low end for something really nice. Luxury, you can spend as much as $30,000 to $50,000.
Yeah.
Okay. You can also get it back within 2 to 3 months if you're smart and you know exactly how to market your property in the right area at the right time. Okay. I highly don't advise it. Honestly, just take the base hits. You know, if you want to do that later on, great. If you want to go big, go big.
And luxury, you know, can be lucrative, can be very lucrative. We're actually doing our first probably semi-luxury property right now in North Scottsdale, a mile from the Kierlands. And, you know, we estimate to get huge returns, but again, it's managing your money properly because you have higher expenses.
Yeah, you got bigger expenses, right? It's bigger cleaning bill. It's nicer furniture. You know, you can't go cheap when you go luxury.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of subtlety. There's a lot of nuances. Plus, pools, spas, all these things require maintenance and they cost money. Let's talk about selecting an area. You need to select an area where you would like to visit. Okay, think about that. If you were visiting your hometown, wherever you want to invest, wherever you want to buy or set up a short-term rental arbitrage, think about where you would like to go. Is it high traffic, close to events, close to freeways, close to attractions, semi-quiet, close to parks and amenities, close to food, frequent concerts and games, close to malls and shopping, close to nightlife? If you were to take the demographics of the people that use short-term rentals the most, they're going to be younger. Okay. I think the age range, the highest traffic age range is anywhere from 23 years old to 46 years old. Okay. Not a whole lot of people over that age. And that came from Mash Advisor, by the way. Okay. 23 to 46 are the majority of the people. No, it's a decent age range, but you know, anyone over, they're probably not using A because they probably don't know how to use technology, not comfortable with it. They're probably so used to the hotels.
Yeah. But what does that say over the next 10 years? What might happen? Right. Says
other demographics are going to be jumping on.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to be jumping on. Get in now. Okay. Get in now. Make your 6 figures now. All right. Guys, this is something we use. I have used in the past. It's a great tool to select an area. This is mashvisor.com. I don't have an affiliate link, full disclosure, which hopefully that makes me more credible because I'm not making money off you right now. But you can check out your city or state, specifically a city in the area of what has the highest return on your Airbnb. After you type in your city, it's going to make you sign up with Google or Facebook or however you want to sign up. And it's going to give you hotspots, areas that work really well. Okay. It's going to tell you what people are paying nightly. It's going to give you a cap rate, an Airbnb cap rate. Okay. It's going to give you the cash on cash return on your Airbnb, which is really cool. Okay. Your cash on cash return is cash in, cash out on a 12-month per annum. How much you're going to get back. Similar to a cap rate, slightly different. Very exciting. So use these tools to find the right place that would fit best for this model that you want to start on short-term rental arbitrage. Guys, this is probably one of our favorite analyzing tools is Airbnb's platform itself. Open a new incognito screen on your computer when you get a chance, type in the city, and I want you to look as a traveler, not as a host, look as a traveler and see what people are paying per night. click around, look at what people are paying, look at what hosts are posting. I've actually noticed a pretty big trend, and I don't know if I put it in this presentation, but a lot of people are putting just beds, the pictures of beds, clean, nice beds, and it looks to be working. This guy's got 125 reviews, okay? He's got a picture of a bed. Got 22 reviews. These are all super hosts, by the way. These are plus, Airbnb plus candidates, hosts, meaning they've gone the extra mile and had their listing and property verified by a professional. So pretty exciting. Look at what people are paying over here compared to what people are paying over here. See what type of property people are offering in this area as in contrast to this area. And then you'll start formulating some sort of conclusion in your head. I got to get a condo in South Scottsdale under $1,500, which is actually a really good deal if you can do that. Isaac, do you want to cover condo, apartment, townhouse?
Sure.
Okay, so condos, apartments, and townhouses. Economics of them, only handle the interior. They're small and easy to manage, less to clean, and there's less damage. So we love condos and apartments, townhouses. Actually, probably more than half of our properties are a condo, apartment, or a townhouse. The maintenance side of it, right? Usually there's an HOA that's taking care of the yard for you. That's a huge bonus. There's a pool. You don't have to take care of the pool. That's a huge bonus. You want to have a pool, especially depending on your demographic and your market in Phoenix. Look, here we go. Hey, cool. Marshall.
Hey, there's Marshall. Marshall was supposed to buy our.
Oh, the Magnolia Silos. Yeah, I love that show. I know what you're talking about.
I think Marshall's.
I actually visited the Magnolia Silos. It's really cool.
Sorry, we're talking about someone who made a comment in the group. Thank you, Marshall. Marshall, by the way, I'm thinking of a different Marshall. Never mind.
Oh, top 3 hottest Airbnb cities in Texas. Fantastic.
That's cool.
Sweet, go for it, man. Do it. So, but anyways, yeah. So we love our condos, apartments, townhomes. Our newest property that we just listed was a townhouse. The HOA takes care of everything for you. The biggest issue when you're doing condos, apartments, and townhouses is the CC&Rs from the HOA. Okay, you're gonna want to see a copy of the CC&Rs from your landlord if you are going to do an arbitrage, or if you own the home, you're still going to review your CC&Rs. They may have changed since they were originally written up, but you want to get the most up-to-date CC&Rs to see if they allow for Airbnb use. And really the simplest way to find out if they do is if there's a clause on there that says that a rental has to be 30 days or more. So if you are going to lease, and typically what we've seen with different CC&Rs and from different HOAs is, you know, they have the clause in it that says you have 30 days for your lease minimum, okay? So if you don't have a minimum 30-day clause lease in your HOA CC&R rules, you're okay. Go ahead and do Airbnb VRBO and hit away, man. Enjoy it. But yeah, apartments and condos have been amazing for us. We've done really well with that model. And like I said, we don't worry about any maintenance. It's taken care of for us. So it's been huge. Plus, sometimes when you get into these condos and apartments, the water is actually covered by the HOA. So you don't have a water bill.
Good point.
Yeah.
Sometimes HOAs bundle utilities.
Yeah.
And that's why we like HOA. We like HOAs because it's less maintenance on the house. I just worry about the inside.
Yeah, yeah. So you can save on utilities, and actually the Cave Creek property comes with free cable. So that's just one of the benefits, you know, to having a condo or apartment.
And don't they don't even care if you Airbnb it or VRBO or short-term rental. They don't care if you put it. A lot of HOAs have an issue with it, but some HOAs welcome it.
Yeah, that's it. And really the biggest benefit from a condo or a townhouse, I think from getting started, a standpoint, you're gonna pay much less money on a condo or a townhome to get it going, right? I mean, you probably put in less furnishings. It might be a 1-bedroom unit, it might be a 2-bedroom unit, but overall, you're probably gonna have less furnishings to deal with. So you save a little money on a smaller unit. And actually, we were actually going to lease out a couple of units in the Philippines. In the Philippines, you can actually lease whatever you want. You can't buy if you're not from the country, but you can lease whatever you want. So you can come in there, get on a 1 year lease, 2 year lease, whatever it is, and you can get a luxury condo in the Philippines.
Oh
in
my
Makati,
gosh.
one of the busiest cities out there,
Oh
period,
yeah.
where you're gonna have tourism year round. You know, you're talking about $400 a month to lease that place out. Put it on a sublease, you know? You're gonna be making around $1,600, $1,200 a month, no problem. You're tripling, quadrupling, you know, your rental income on something like that. And yeah, it's a smaller amount of income, but if you have 5 or 6 of those and it's really cheap to furnish, you might want to think about going outside the country for this business.
Seriously.
Okay? If you're real serious about this business and growing a great portfolio, do not limit yourself to the market that you live in.
Just press the next arrow.
Okay, so the bedrooms, okay? So like we were saying, they're extremely economic. It's very easy to furnish a bedroom if you only have 1 or 2 of them in a condo or apartment. You only have to bring in the bed, you know, maybe a rug, you know, some internet. You want to actually build a relationship with a furniture broker. So that's what we've done out here in Phoenix. We got a guy who gets us beds, bed frames, couches, just dirt cheap. You know, he gets it for us dirt cheap, and he delivers it to the house. So that's a huge bonus. You know, you can run around looking for this stuff and piece it together, but you're going to spend all week, all month furnishing your property. And really, that's cost opportunity, right? Opportunity cost from taking too long to set up your Airbnb. So these are small, easy to manage. There's less to clean. There's less things to damage. It's easy for your cleaning crew to finish an apartment or a condo as well. So you think about your cleaning expenses. You know, when you have a 4-bedroom house, your cleaning crew is going to charge you more for that house. So if you can get similar rents in a 2-bedroom condo, you're going to save a lot on those cleaning fees. All right. Okay, so single-family homes. Single-family homes can be very nice as well because some people want the privacy. Especially here in Phoenix, if you have a single-family home, I suggest you find one with a pool. Okay, if you're in the Phoenix market, get one with a pool. The summertime, even in the wintertime, they love being in pool areas. They just like to lay out. They like to have the water. So make sure you do that. It's attractive to guests with the privacy, right? You don't have to worry about neighbors bothering you, anything like that. There's more rooms, there's more beds. So if you can get a bigger group in there, you know, typically you can get a bigger rent. It's not always the case, but we see the more beds you can put in there, we'll put 2 air mattresses in there, queen size, you know, and add four people who have the ability to sleep, you know. So just because you have 4 bedrooms doesn't mean you can't sleep 12 people, right? So try to get as many beds in there as possible. It's going to help you get bookings. There's less to damage and less to clean. Sometimes, you know, depends on your single family house, how big it is. Typically the cleaning fees will be a little bit higher on a single family home, but you know, it just depends on your cleaning crew and how big the house really is. Watch out for expensive utilities, furnishings, and cleaning bills. So the biggest thing I can say with single family residences, you got to maintain it, right? You got to maintain the yard. If you have a pool, you have to maintain it. So actually the one that we just got in Scottsdale, it comes with, built into the rent, it comes with pool cleaning service, and it comes with yard maintenance. So we don't have to worry about landscaping. We don't have to worry about pool. It's already built in, you know. That was huge for us. That's a big reason why we took on the project. But your utilities, right? If you don't have a smart thermostat, I highly suggest getting one. If you already have a unit, make sure you have a smart thermostat because your utility bill, especially in these bigger homes, will climb, especially in the summertime. But when people aren't there, let's say somebody checks out and your cleaning lady's going through the house. Maybe she's not paying attention to what the temperature setting is. On Nest thermostats, they have an economy setting. So they basically know when no one's around and they automatically put it on the economy setting and save you dollars. We save way more money on any house that we have a Nest thermostat compared to any house that we don't. So if you have that opportunity, install it, you will save and you will make more money on your profit. Okay, so furnishing, you can run into a problem furnishing these bigger homes, single family homes. You have 4 bedrooms, 4 beds, right? You might have 2 sitting areas, you might need a couch. You might want to put a pool table in there. Pool tables are great, you know, they get you more guests, but you know, that's an extra expense. So you got to think about all these things when you're furnishing your home and you find the houses that you want to look for, that you want to actually use for rentals on Airbnb and VRBO. Make sure it fits your budget, right? Make sure that you can pay for everything that's going to come with that home.
All right, time to compare. We kind of talked about this before, but it's important that you type in the city, leverage Airbnb's platform itself because it's a great platform, and see what people are leasing their property out for. I think we kind of covered that. Let's talk about what kind of listing you want to put together. I'm seeing it stall a little bit. Curious if we
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was the computer or.
still look okay.
Yeah. Well, now you went one slide over, I think.
Yeah, I went to the next one.
But it's up here.
Okay, cool. Oh, we see it. Very good. All right, guys. When you look at these listings, you want to make sure that first of all, you want to. Sorry, let me start over. When you see these are going to help you identify how your listing should be. So these could be a private bedroom. They could be a whole house. Either way, look for subtleties and nuances. Like there's 3 photos here. They're all beds. Isn't that crazy? This has 125 reviews. This has 294 reviews. And it's a picture of a bed. I just find that wild. You know, like what is it about the bed? Maybe people react to a bed. Okay, there's got to be something to it. So pick up on the patterns, and you'll start, when you do this, you'll start analyzing and remembering exactly how your listing should look like when you create a listing. You compare and analyze. Guys, Airbnb Plus, just FYI, and we did click on this. So see this listing right here. I clicked on it, and it took me to this. It showed me just a larger screen or a larger photo of this bed, and then there's a little button at the bottom here that says tour the home, so you can tour the home if you wanted to, but it's 125 reviews, very good, and they're all 5 stars. So these guys are super hosts. It's an Airbnb Plus listing. It's a great place. Okay, we're actually going to get right into and dive. There's really no transition. We're going to dive into where to find the best properties or our best outlet to find properties that may be suitable to lease from landlords. Okay, this is Airbnb this is short-term rental arbitrage, right? We go to Craigslist, guys. I know it's nuts, but we go to Craigslist. Like people think there's this crazy like site or this subscription we pay. I had someone ask me, do you guys pay like a subscription to like a large database of people that are cool with you subleasing? No, we don't. We have to pitch it every single time.
If there is a database like that, please let me know.
Sublease.com. That's got to be taken. Don't steal my idea. Apartments and housing is where we click on. So I figured Phoenix, Arizona is a great place to invest. Mashvisor tells me that the greater Phoenix area is great. So I'm going to go into the housing tab. I go straight to apartments and housing. You could go housing swap. You can go housing wanted and all these things. Find people with real estate for sale, but you just cut all the BS out and go straight to apartments and housing. Okay, after you click on that, I'm going to show you how to, right now, use negative keyword searches. This is the secret no one taught me when I got into real estate. I actually learned this from a mentor of mine. Joe McCall taught this actually in a webinar.
Yeah, Joe McCall teaches it.
Negative keyword searches. You don't want listings with broker in it, with the word management. So you're going to put a little minus sign in front of it, and it'll make sure that that listing doesn't have it in there. Okay. No realtor. I don't want the word realtor in the listing. I don't want the word agent. No realty. No office. No community. You can add to that. I put a price of $1,500, and I selected the open house date today. Okay, so I know these people are ready to go. I know these people want to get this thing going.
You're good. It's just not.
Okay, cool.
You're good.
So here, this popped up, comfortable 2-bedroom, 2-bath with private washer and dryer in Mesa. So let's talk about this real quick. Because I have some history with Mesa and I know exactly how Mesa works in the springtime and how you can get, $10,000 a property in the spring months, I'm seeing the price here at 1,015. I'm thinking that's a smoking deal. And look what I'm looking at. I'm seeing a really nice remodeled space. It's got backsplash, cabinets of gray. It appears to come with the appliances. Who knows if they do? I gotta find out. But this is a pretty darn great photo. All right. So you click on it and you gotta contact the landlord. You gotta make sure you're talking to a landlord, not a property manager. That's why I took all this out. Management. I don't want to talk to property managers. They're hard to get around because the management company typically has rules. No, we don't allow subleasing, or I got to ask the owner. I got to get a hold of the owner. The owner's out. You know, it's a lot of time you waste when you could just cut straight to the owner. Go straight to the owner. Look for sale or for rent by owner. Okay. We're gonna talk about the pitch. All right. Now that you have a subject property, it's this one right here, right? You have a subject property, really sexy space. Small condos, perfect, exactly what we're looking for. You need to put together your pitch. Your offer that you extend to your landlord needs to be one they cannot refuse. You got to create urgency, create value, solve pain points. You need to follow up, and you need to offer more than they were expecting. Okay, we like to call this the perfect tenant program. All right, and we'll talk about that in the next step or the next slide. The pitch that we use that has made us hundreds of thousands of dollars, okay? Hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is the pitch we use. It's a text message. Hi, I see your property for lease at 123 Main Street. If I paid you $1,250, I know it's $50 more. Could we meet and secure a lease today? So they had this listed for $1,200. I'm offering $1,250. All right, and then I think it's the next slide. We're going to see a real life example and how it pans out. So I'm going to show you exactly what we did. This guy's Todd. This is a Tempe townhouse. Tempe is one of the hottest markets in all of Arizona. It's college town. So a lot of travelers coming in and out, corporate hotspot. Hi, Todd. I just left you a voicemail. I'm willing to pay $1,200 a month. I did try to create some rapport because I do know someone named Jonathan Levy as well. His name's Todd, so I thought there might have been family. He said, who are you? And no, I'm not related to Jonathan Levy. And yes, $1,200 is acceptable. Guys, his lease was $1,150 a month. That's what he was asking, $1,150 a month. So I asked if I could pay $50 more, $1,200. He said, yeah, that's acceptable if you're referring to the Tempe townhouse. I said, sounds good. It's a 2-bedroom, correct? My name's Andrew LeBaron. I immediately show that I'm vulnerable. And I put down my guard. I'm going to tell him who I am. I don't care. I got to tell him who I am anyway eventually, right? I'm not going to say my name is just, Andrew. When is a good time to come by and check it out? He asked this question, so funny. Why are you so willing to rent it sight unseen? Okay, he's like, something's fishy here because I'm so anxious. I said, I'm not. I'd like to see it though. Well, actually, I really like the area, so it's a no-brainer for me. If I can secure a lease with you, paying a little bit more, I'd be willing. Call me if you like. He says, I could show it to you tomorrow, Friday, if you'd like to see it then in the afternoon. So then I asked, hey, it looked like it was furnished. I asked if it was furnished. He said, yes, it is partially furnished. Okay, it's got a chair, 4 chairs, a table, and it's got a couch, so super cool. Now comes the appointment. So we already set the day, right? This is so key. I set the day when we're going to go over. He said Friday, so perfect. I'm going to see him over there at 2. And I don't show you the whole conversation, but I say, okay, great, sounds good to see it too. And at the appointment, I say the right things, okay? You have to say the right things at the appointment. If you don't say the right things, you are not going to, you're not going to convince the seller. All right, it's so important that you have to say the right thing. So, sorry guys, I'm trying to adjust here. What I do at the appointment, I do show up with a contract, right? So I have a contract in hand. Let me turn off my video real quick, sorry. There we go. I have a contract in my hands. I come with a portfolio in my hand, right? I come very well dressed, and I introduce myself and say, hi, my name's Andrew. I'm a host. I'm a host for many short-term rental properties. You go right into telling them about the perfect tenant program, about how you're ready to pay more, about how the seller can enter, or the landlord can enter the property at any time if it's unoccupied. You're gonna let them know that you're going to upgrade their property with smart home technology that they can keep, right, when the lease is up. Let them know that you'll treat the house better than any other tenant they'll ever have or they ever have had. And then we ensure it is hotel ready daily. So they know right up front what your goal is, but you can't say this over the phone. You have to say this in person. You cannot say this over the phone. It's so important you know that. Okay? Sorry. Okay. What I have in my hand, typically I print this out. I know this looks like an email. What I have in my hand is this printout. And I should have a copy of it here, but I show them all the things we're going to upgrade their home with. This is in a paper version in my hand in the portfolio. Okay. I got a carbon monoxide alarm. I got Nest thermostat. I have a Nest outdoor camera, and I have a keypad entry, keyless entry, and they love seeing this stuff. These are toys, right? I'm gonna include this when I lease your property. I'm gonna pay you more a month. I'm gonna upgrade your house for free. You get to keep all this, right? I do tell them that I might not use all of these, but we typically do always do this, and we do the thermostat. So it's important to add value. You don't need to promise the house, but say these are things we will potentially upgrade your property with. And here's a closer image of this page. So Gil is someone, a close friend of mine who worked with us in trying to secure these properties. After I meet with the landlord, we send this email to him. It was great chatting with you. Gil enjoys speaking with you. I'm Pamela, Gil's assistant. We look forward to hosting your property. We will be doing some upgrades on your property while we rent it. These are some of the upgrades we will complete your property, that we will complete on your property, as well as pay you $1,200 a month for 60 months, 60, right? Or 36, or whatever you negotiate. We've also attached links to show you 2 of the properties we already have. So I already have 2 properties. These are on YouTube, but these are properties that we have listed on VRBO, HomeAway, FlipKey, TripAdvisor, Airbnb. So I have proof. If you don't have proof yet, you can still print this out. You still make this one and show them how you're going to upgrade the house. Moving on. At the appointment, dress nice, be early. Hold a portfolio in your hand, okay? With printed proof of upgrades to be done, references, and other subject properties you lease. Start the conversation immediately. So good to see you, Todd. I'm Andrew LeBaron. I'm a professional host for short-term rentals. Blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. That's an icebreaker because you pretty much just tricked the landlord into meeting with you, and this is a business-to-business transaction, not a business-to-consumer. You're not a consumer, you're a business person. So this is kind of a hit to the nuts. I mean, I shouldn't say it like that. It's kind of like you're not really a tenant, you're really just going to be a management company, okay? It's important that you say you are not a property management company. Why? Because it's illegal to say that if you're not a licensed property management company. You cannot say that. Just say I'm a professional host. I help landlords make more money on their properties and keep their properties in top condition by officially subleasing their property and hosting it on short-term rental platforms. This is an official master lease or sublease, guys. This is a sublease. Very popular back east. It's legal, okay? At least in my market. If it's not legal in your market, I'm sorry. Do this in the market where it is legal. This, I believe, is illegal in San Diego. You can't do this on other people's properties in San Diego. There's some other markets that won't allow it due to the competition with hotels. So, I'll answer some questions here at the end. I got some questions rolling. I'll answer them here at the end. I'm almost done here. Let's talk about furnishing the property, guys. When you furnish the property, so first of all, let's assume that the seller said, or the landlord said, great, sounds good. Maybe you followed up with them. They want to change the lease a bit. They changed a couple things. Repairs, Brian, I'll just answer this real quick. Repairs are paid by the landlord. That's in the lease. So you want to set up your lease where landlord pays either all repairs or up to a certain amount of repairs. And that's a negotiation point as well. So let's say they sign the lease agreement. Woohoo! You got it signed, all right? You're set. You have an official master lease. You got a sublease contract signed. You're ready to furnish. You're ready to go. This is the part where you got to start hustling. This is where you lose money if you're not smart. It didn't cost you much to get a signature. Now it's going to cost you to pay the deposit, get the furnishings going. And let's talk about furnishing, because this is where a lot of people in this industry, a lot of our students have really screwed up and lost money, and it takes them out of business. Just remember that aesthetics and comfort matter for your guests. Remember to stay in the budget. Remember to get lots of help so you're fighting time. The longer you wait to furnish it, the longer it takes you to furnish it, the more money you're losing, literally losing money. So the quicker you can put it up on the short-term rental platforms and get it leased, the quicker you regain that money. And remember to map it out. Have a list, okay? Create an Excel spreadsheet, Google Sheet, whatever, with a list of all. And I got an Amazon hit list guide, by the way, I'm gonna include later, where it's got all the stuff that you want inside your house. Just including dishes, dishware, anything from cotton swabs to toiletries, whatever's gonna make your listing awesome. You want to map it out. You want to be within your budget. If your budget's 10 grand, don't spend 10 grand, spend 7, all right? Get lots of help from furniture brokers, and there's furniture brokers all over your city, I guarantee you. If not, hire someone to take a U-Haul truck, map out all the furnishings that you need, 3 queen beds, 4 trundle beds, 10 nightstands, whatever, however much furnishings you need, make sure you get a lot of help to pick all that up, because this is gonna take time. And you need professional photography, by the way. Don't use your cell phone. Do not use your iPhone. Here's some clips of some help that I received. This is my wife and my son Atlas. They are filling some baskets. We use care packages or baskets, welcome baskets. Yes, those are saltine crackers. I know that sounds crazy, but a lot of guests ask for them. We include a thank you card and some treats. I now have this automated with our cleaning crews. It's not my wife doing it anymore. These are really old photos. These are my kids helping me furnish the property with some queen beds. And this is some friends loading up a U-Haul. So notice that a lot of it is delegated and we need lots of help, okay? So furnishing your properties where most people in this game lose. They lose at the furnishing. This is probably one of the most important pieces, because you make money when you furnish cheap and furnish quick. Perfecting your listing. Your listing has to have a lot of things, okay? And they're not all included here. We'll do that in a separate video, but the basics are pretty darn easy. My overarching advice for perfecting your listing is copy other people's listings. Stay in someone else's Airbnb that's a super host, that's had over 300 reviews or whatever. Stay in their place and then take notes and then apply it to your place, right? Area and property type matter. Keep your guests in mind when selecting your investment. Include nearby attraction and events. Show off what makes it unique. Look at this one in the background. It's like a tree house, dome tree house, right? That's unique. Well, that's probably got to be, that's got to be the show. That's got to be the front picture. It's got to be what makes that Airbnb awesome. Hire top-notch photographers and videographers. Optimize your listing and description and title. Okay. Optimizing meaning swap it out, change it. Gauge conversions, gauge clicks, gauge page views, gauge all of it. Yeah, Matt, question, he asked a question to use Airbnb Manager. I do, Matt. It's a virtual assistant. I do not use the automatic pricing softwares, I find those to be really messed up. They don't know the area like you do, and they undervalue your property. So, or they overvalue it and you don't get any bookings. Copy high-performing listings, guys. Filters. So different filters inside the listings of VRBO, HomeAway, Airbnb. Like for example, if you have a king bed, post that you have a king bed. Why? Because most people don't put king beds in their properties, and people search for king bed listings. I know that sounds whack, but they do. If you post that you have a king bed and nobody else did, then you probably rank at the top of the charts. You know, the point is to be top of mind for your viewers. You want to be on the first page. Okay, guys, it's time for you to get started. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to hit up just Craigslist. I want you to search just like I showed you how to search in this training. And if you're just catching up late now, watch the rerun of this training. You can go backwards after the live broadcast is over. 10 offers a day. 10 offers a day, just like I did with my cell phone. Did you see that text message I sent to Todd? That house makes us $4 to $5 grand a month in the peak season, y'all. Okay? That text message has made me over $30,000. All right? The more offers you make, the more money you're going to make. That's just how it is. Appointments, 10 a week. Okay? If you want to get started now, make 10 appointments a week. Contracts, send 5. Accepted leases, get 1. 1 per week. That's if you're massively growing, but you're going to get 1. This is the result if you do all of this. This is your input. This is your output. It's going to take 10 offers a day for a week. It's going to take approximately 10 appointments. It's going to take 5 signed or 5 sent contracts and 1 accepted lease. Now, these numbers are kind of skewed, but they're rounded. This is what it takes, guys. We've done this day in and day out. We've made well over $200,000 this year in just short-term rentals. Okay? You can do it too. There's no reason why you can't. Future trainings that we're going to have, guys, we're going to be talking about, Dave, question. You asked a great question. It's going to be in the files section of this group, the files section. Okay, it's going to be up there. All right, and you can use it. It's the one we use in Phoenix. It works very well. Guys, what's next? We're going to be doing trainings on handling guests. We're going to be doing trainings on automation, scaling. We'll do a training specifically on negotiation. What's funny, guys, that's not the hardest part. What's crazy is the hardest part of this whole thing is furnishing. That's the hardest part. If you can furnish it right and cheap, man, it's a home run. The hardest part's furnishing because you got to get that money back. Yeah, you can dump 30 grand into furnishing a house, but are you going to get it back? You know, you pray you do. We have like tenfold, but it's because we selected the right area. And that's it, y'all. Guys, I want to thank you for joining us today. If you're interested in learning more of this, please follow us in this group, Wholesaling Houses, Flipping Paper. We wholesale properties. That's our bread and butter. We love it. We put properties under contract. We get really good at negotiating creative finance deals. But we also love cash flow. And we also love controlling without ownership. That's one of my favorite things, controlling without ownership. No, this is not an equity play. This is a cash flow play, yes. But who do landlords sell to first typically? Tenants. So you are in line to buy that property firsthand, and you could probably get a wholesale deal on it. Who knows? Guys, this is Andrew LeBaron with Flipping Paper. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, go to Wholesaling Houses, Flipping Paper, YouTube, and subscribe. If you're here in the group and you started this program right here, which is wholesale arbitrage, or excuse me, short-term rental arbitrage, please let us know how it's going. And you too can make $130K just on Airbnb a year from not owning properties but leasing them. How many properties to average $250K a year? Okay. Also, are the majority of landlords renewing? Yes, they are renewing. So here we go. This is question Q&A time. So, yes, Brian, it only takes about 8 properties to make $250 grand a year. 8 properties. I know it sounds crazy, but they need to be extremely accurately selected properties. They need to be in high traffic areas. They need to be high grossing and very coveted properties. But you can make many more. On a Scottsdale property, shoot, in 1 month you can make 40, 50K. I've seen 60 grand. Okay, you can make a lot of money. I like the base hits. I'm not a big fan of grand slams. I just like to put my head down and take the little guys and start scaling and growing. Next question, Nathan Caps. I didn't answer this one. I'm going to answer it now. Do you add a clause at the end of the contract that says the HOA changes, you could terminate the contract? No, I did not add that clause. That's a really good clause to add. But we just stay in communication with our landlords so that they work with us. You know, on one property, it didn't work out. I actually moved into it. It's in Ahwatukee. It was $13.50 a month. It rents for like $7 grand in the peak season, which is like springtime in AZ. And the HOA wasn't having it. And I got a cease and desist letter from an attorney. So I just thought I'd comply. Brian, yes, they all want to renew. One of them wanted to increase the lease on me, like $40. And I agreed to it. I'm not gonna lie. I could have like pushed back, but I did agree to it. So great question. How many months are your lease agreements generally? Generally, they are 36, but sometimes they're not. 12-month leases are popular if they don't trust you. 6-month leases would be my minimum, but I need a cheaper lease, which they don't typically do. What I try to do is I sell them on upgrading their property for like $100 less if I get 6 months, and then we do a performance period. After 6 months, I extend it. Yeah, it really depends. Minimum is 12 months for me, but 6 months if it's a killer deal. You can make that money back and some. How many months are your lease agreements? Okay, yeah, I already answered that. Great question. Marshall Hooper, I confused you for a different Marshall. Sorry, buddy. I've got an Airbnb project house under contract right now in Waco. I heard Waco's awesome. That's where Propelia is at too. Can you please post that here, Marshall, when you're done? Let us know. Maybe some of us here want to jump onto that. Okay, so Matt said, I just got to deal with a manager to furnish my Airbnb and take payments from rent interest free. Dang, awesome job, man. Awesome job. There's a lot of different ways, and we'll talk about this in future trainings, how you can structure this. You could structure this with, you could do JVs with a landlord. You can do joint venture where a minimum has to be paid and then above that is split, but the landlord pays for all furnishings and utilities and stuff. If you get really good at it, you can start coaching people for ridiculous premiums, because once you learn this once, I mean, you got $1 million business. You can go up to landlords that have homes free and clear, ask them how much they're getting in rent, tell them you can make them $50 to $100 more, and then just cash flow the heck out of it. There's a lot of things you can do. So, guys, I want to thank you for joining us. If you have questions, post them here. I will answer them a little bit later today. Great questions. Here's what we made on Airbnb alone. We've made over $230,000 just in short-term rental. Short-term. Sorry, I'm reading text messages as they come in and comments that come in. How about apartment complexes with more than one available? Ronald, I love it. They won't let you do that unless they do. If they do let you do it, I would take up as much as you can. I didn't talk about the loan that I got in the very beginning. I got a $30,000 private loan from a friend of mine, which I paid back in like 2-3 months. There's also another loan company called ClearBank. They'll check the performance of your Airbnb, and if you're killing it, what they'll do is they will give you a loan based on your monthly income. So if you make 17 grand a month, they'll give you like a $12,000 loan, but they require you to pay it back through JV, like a JV deal, like an income deal. So they got to be a co-host. So attorney recommendations, I will PM you for that. I got some great attorneys for you. Brian said, tell us about your first short-term rental mistakes. What were right? What you do different? All right. So our first short-term rental was Elmwood. What went well was it's a pool with a fire pit with pavers, built-in gas. I mean, this built-in gas fire pit was super cool. It was a huge fire pit, big wind, especially during the cool season. The pool was a hassle. I wouldn't get a property with a pool unless I got a really decent rate every single month, and it was like South Scottsdale or an area where people pay over $300-400 a night. Just be careful with pools, or make the landlord. I would make the landlord take care of the pool. Let's see. What else would I do? I would automate and grow quicker. I wouldn't have stressed out the low reviews I got. So you'll get a lot of 2-star, 4-star reviews, and you're like, why the heck? Just get over it, figure out what you did wrong, fix it, move on. And here's a mistake that I would try not to make this mistake again, Brian. That I would try not to make the mistake again. I would try to get my listing on all platforms. I waited like 6 months before getting my listing up on VRBO. VRBO is the Nordstrom of the short-term rental platforms. VRBO is the Whole Foods of the short-term rentals. It is nice. People pay. You could have, so we do this. This sounds really messed up, but I have Airbnb, which is like a Walmart of short-term rental platforms. I have an Airbnb listing for $99 a night. On VRBO, it's probably triple that. So, and they pay too. They always pay. It's so nuts. I would also set up your listing on Airbnb as cancellation flexible. Set it so it's flexible because people see that, and guests always want the ability to cancel. Just bank that they're not going to cancel. It does suck though if they cancel because you're out that money, and they just wasted your time. And now, if they booked a week, now that week's available again. You hope someone books it. There's a lot of pitfalls. I could do a whole training on just pitfalls. But hey, good stuff, man. Great question, Brian. It's always good seeing you on here. Nathan, great question. I'll get back to you on that. Brian, so good to see you, buddy. Guys, thanks a lot for joining. We will be doing more of these. This is a series, right? This is just the first one. We'll have many more short-term rental arbitrage series trainings. So stay tuned. Guys, get to flipping paper, get to wholesaling. Please follow us. More videos to come, more trainings to come. Please share this video with as many people as you know. Just click share. If you like this, like it. Get your family and friends involved if they want to learn this stuff. It's real easy. We've made a killing on this platform. On all these platforms, you can too. With, guess what? None of my own money. Yep, we actually got the money to furnish to borrow as well. So there's a lot of creative ways you can do this. Thanks a lot, and we'll catch up with you later.